You all right? Hope you're all doing well, staying safe, surviving lockdown. We've been getting more questions into our author inbox over the past month and a half than we've ever had before. And because I'm currently bang smack in the middle of hopefully hitting the 100,000 word target for the Paradox of a Lie, I'm struggling to reply to them all without just cutting and pasting because a lot of them are fairly similar questions. So we've made the decision that we would do a Q&A vlog, which is this, and hopefully that will cover anybody who has emailed in. Anybody who does want to email in, the address will be in the detail of the video, or whatever that thing's called on Facebook, Instagram, whatever other place we upload this to. So the email address will be in there. And yeah, we generally do reply, but at the minute we're a bit slower because creative forces and all that. So yeah, on we go. The first question is, why do we self-publish now as opposed to going for a publishing house, and what is the biggest difference? Well, the biggest difference is the reason we self-publish, and the biggest difference is when you self-publish, you have complete and utter control of the project. And Obsession You Will Always Be Mine is my first book. Um, Still looks pretty, doesn't it? I am very, very proud of it. It's a good book. I've read it a couple of times since it came out. Um, I think Austin McCall did a great job with it. They marketed it well. That the front cover's fantastic. The end product is a really good book. But the part between me finishing my bits and the I can't see my fingers. Me finishing my bits and the book actually coming out and getting to market, it's just too long. It wasn't for me. I didn't enjoy it. I found it frustrating. It took a lot of the gloss off of what should be a really fun achievement. So when the contract came in for The Devil in Disguise, I signed it. I sent it back, and in the interim, as I'm sure you all know, we published these three. I think that's actually the order they came out in as well. Jim Pritchard, The Final 24 Hours, The River, and A Fall from Grace, my three short stories. I think A Fall from Grace came out after, but that's just attention to detail. We'll ignore that. And it dawned on me that I actually enjoyed the self-publishing the short stories far more than I did the actual publishing of a book, which is no reflection of the book because Obsession is a better read. It's a full story. It is what it is. It's obviously better than a short story. But the process was far more rewarding and far more fun for me. So when we hit that point during this bad boy, which again, fantastic. When we hit that point where The Devil in Disguise hit the roadblocks and everything stopped, the frustrations from the first book came back, but they were a little bit bigger because I'd been through it once already. And we just decided that it was far more rewarding for me if I took The Devil in Disguise back and give the self-publishing a route. I'm still in contact with Austin McCall. I still have a great relationship with them. I can't thank them enough for what they did for me with the first book. And yeah, maybe one day I'll try and get another book published properly because there is a certain thrill to seeing your book in a shop. However, the fun that we have when we create posters, front covers, trailer videos, all that sort of stuff, that's worth more to me than the actual book in a shop, which is the main thing that a publishing house offers you. Yeah, I'd rather it be on Amazon and me be running around the woods making promo videos and all that sort of stuff. And you learn as you go ahead. So who knows? In a year's time, I might have a completely different attitude. But as it stands right now, I just have I do this for reward, and writing the books is rewarding. So if the publishing part isn't rewarding, I don't see any point in bothering to publish them. I might as well just write them and just read them myself and be astounded at my own genius. Anyway, question two, because this is going longer than I thought it was going to be. What is the best and worst part of writing a book? Oh boy. Best part is you wake up on the morning with a nugget of an idea, and the nugget of an idea is going to take you from point A to B. And if you have a really good day, you might even get C, and some days you even get D. However, 45 minutes into writing, you realise that you're actually going backwards, and you're on E, F, and G, and A, B, and C don't work anymore because you've just gone off in a completely different tangent, which is far better than what you had plotted out. it's just you sit back at the end of the day and you realise that what the 2,000, 5,000, however many thousand words you've done that day were all completely new. They'd never been thought of or dreamt of until you started tapping away at your keyboard, and they're all really good and they fit your story and all is good. That is the best part. When at the end of the day you sit back and realise you've come up with something way different to what you thought you were going to do, and it's all good. That's the best part. Worst part, editing. 100% editing. Editing. It's horrific. It's awful. You have to read your own stuff, which I don't like doing. You have to delete things, which I don't like doing. You have to get better at spelling and grammar, which I've never actually managed to do. Yeah, editing. Long-winded, awful, horrific. I've got a couple of people. On Obsession, there was a lot of people who helped me on a number of short stories, but I've now reached the point where, in my opinion, the smaller the team, the less voices you hear, the more clarity there is. That's my current thinking. So there's Leslie and Elaine, God bless you both, out there who just double thumbs up, ladies. They take, edit, give advice, just fantastic. And then it goes over to the guru who's next door, and she rips it apart. And yeah, I think that yeah, editing, worst part. They do the majority of the hard work. I generally just correct their stuff and then read it through. I read it through at the beginning and read it through at the end. But even that bit's too much for me. Don't like editing. 6 minutes. Why is your new last question? Why is your new stuff based in America? Will you ever set a book in England again? What has happened to the character George Parker? Well, that's 3 questions in one, isn't it? My current stuff is based in America because that is where it is based, which is a really rubbish answer. But the stories require them to be in America. Deadlock, which is out in July. It's based. It's not really based on a real trial, but it's based on a real story that I heard, and the real story was originally in America. And I know more. Bizarrely, I know more about the American justice system than I do the English justice system. So yeah, that's why Deadlock is based in America. The Paradox of a Lie is based in America because the city of Baltimore absolutely blows my mind. I cannot believe that in 2020 a place like that exists. I can't believe that it's real, and I just had to write a story set in that setting. Yeah, it kind of works. So yeah, the Paradox of a Lie, and then once I had an idea, it grew and it grew and it grew, and now I couldn't imagine it being set anywhere other than America. And we may have, maybe, a third American story, because the joke in this flat is that 2020 is my American year and I'm going to get it out of my system and I'm going to be back in England in 2021, which I definitely will be, because book 4 is very much set in Leeds, England. As for George Parker, for anyone who's, I'm sure most people know, he tends to pop up. At the minute, he only has small cameos in all of my books. He doesn't currently appear in The Paradox of a Lie, but I will definitely find a way to shoehorn him in and maybe just give him a line or two. But George Parker is still my end game. He's still he's still what I'm working towards. And when I'm confident that I have the skill set, the story, and everything required to put Georgie front row and centre, he will get his own book. And yeah, George Parker is still what we're working towards, but we're just we're having a jolly good time getting to him. Right, there was more than 3 questions in there. I've been set up with that list. But yeah, thanks for listening. This is far longer than I thought it was going to be. All the relevant details will be in the comments below. If you sent an email and I haven't got back to you, I'm really sorry. If it isn't covered in this 10-minute rant, I'll try and get back to you at some point over the weekend. Yeah, stay safe, everybody, and we'll be back on Sunday for the next vlog update, Paradox of a Lie vlog. Yeah, later.